Welcome to the Great Indian AI podcast channel. Today we're taking a deep dive into the career of someone who's really become a symbol of dedication and excellence in Indian sports. Pusarla Venkata Sindhu.
Better known as PV Sindhu.
PV Sindhu, that's right.
Yeah.
Most of you know her as a badminton superstar.
Heck yeah.
But what are the less known aspects of her journey? What drove her to become a world champion and Olympic medalist? Stick with us to the end of this deep dive here on the Great Indian AI podcast channel, and I promise you, you'll walk away with a whole new understanding of PV Sindhu, her achievements, and the impact she's had on Indian sports.
It's interesting you use the word journey because Sindhu's story is really about so much more than just winning matches.
Right.
You know, it's about overcoming challenges, pushing boundaries, and inspiring an entire generation.
Exactly. And her story begins in Hyderabad, where she was born into a family of athletes.
Right.
Her parents were national-level volleyball players. So you might think that would naturally lead her to volleyball. That's not where her passion ended up.
And that's what makes her story so fascinating.
Right.
She found her true calling in badminton, inspired by the legendary Pallela Gopichand, the All-England Open badminton champion.
Wow.
Think about that for a second. An 8-year-old girl inspired by a champion starts training, and she's traveling long distances to Gopichand's academy.
Yeah.
That's not just commitment, that's a glimpse into the kind of drive that would really define her career.
It's almost like you can draw a straight line from that early dedication to her success in the junior circuit. I mean, a bronze medal at the Sub-Junior Asian Badminton Championships at just 14.
Incredible.
That's incredible.
It really is.
Yeah.
And it wasn't a one-off either.
Yeah.
She followed that up with wins at the Maldives International Challenge, the Indonesia International Challenge, and the Commonwealth Youth Games.
Wow.
It's like she was building momentum, proving her ability at every step. And then at 16, she becomes the first Indian to win the Asian Junior Championship.
Beating Japan's Nozomi Okuhara in the final, no less.
Oh, yeah.
That's a match that really put her on the map, didn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Defeating Okuhara, who was already considered a rising star,
Right.
showed that Sindhu wasn't just talented. She had that tactical awareness and the mental fortitude to compete at the highest level. It was a sign of things to come.
And those things came pretty quickly.
Yeah.
In 2013, she wins her first Grand Prix gold title at the Malaysian Grand Prix. And that same year, she makes history by winning a bronze medal at the World Championships.
Think about that. She became only the second Indian singles player after Prakash Padukone to win a medal at the World Championships.
Wow.
And then she followed it up with another bronze at the 2014 World Championships.
Wow.
Proving that her success wasn't a fluke.
Right.
This was a consistent performer who was ready to take on the world.
She was definitely making a name for herself.
Yeah.
But like any athlete, her journey wasn't without its challenges. In 2015, she suffered a major setback. A stress fracture that forced her off the court for 6 months.
It was a difficult time for her.
Yeah.
But it also revealed another facet of her personality: resilience. She could have easily become discouraged, but instead she used that time to refocus and come back even stronger.
Yeah.
And what better way to prove that than by qualifying for the 2016 Rio Olympics?
And what a performance she gave at the Olympics.
I know, right?
Reaching the final was already historic.
Yeah.
But then she went on to become the first Indian badminton player to win an Olympic silver medal and the youngest Indian to win an individual Olympic silver.
Wow.
That's a level of pressure most of us can't even imagine.
It's true. The weight of expectations, not just from herself, but from an entire nation, must have been immense.
Yeah.
But she handled it with remarkable grace and composure. And her performance on that court was simply electrifying.
And she didn't stop there. After Rio, she continued to excel, winning the China Open Super Series and consistently reaching the finals of other Super Series tournaments. It seemed like she was unstoppable.
And she was hungry for more.
Yeah.
In 2019, she achieved what no Indian badminton player had ever done before.
Yeah.
She won a gold medal at the World Championships.
Wow.
It was a landmark moment for Indian sports.
Yeah.
A testament to her dedication and a powerful message of what's possible with hard work and belief.
It must have been an incredible feeling to finally achieve that goal.
Oh, yeah.
To stand on top of the podium and know that you've made history.
Yeah.
But she wasn't done yet. Not even close.
Not even.
At the 2020 Tokyo Olympics, despite the challenges of the pandemic,
Right.
she won another bronze medal.
Wow.
that made her the first Indian woman to win medals in 2 consecutive Olympics.
It's amazing to think about the mental and physical toughness required to compete at that level, especially with the added pressure of being a returning medalist.
Yeah.
She really showed the world what she was made of.
And then in 2022, she added another feather to her cap. She won her first gold medal at the Commonwealth Games.
Oh, wow.
After previously winning a silver and a bronze,
Uh-huh.
that completed her set of medals from all the major badminton tournaments.
Hold on a sec. Before you move on, I think it's worth highlighting her journey through the Commonwealth Games.
Okay.
Each time she competed, she learned and adapted.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't about immediate success. It was about that constant drive to improve and eventually reach the top.
Yeah.
That's a microcosm of her entire career, wouldn't you say?
You're absolutely right. That kind of persistence and adaptability is what separates the good from the great.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of adaptation, she's also shown a willingness to change coaches and experiment with different strategies throughout her career.
Mm-hmm.
Not many athletes are willing to take those kinds of risks, especially when they're already at the top of their game.
It speaks volumes about her commitment to constant improvement.
Right.
It's like she's saying, I'm not satisfied with just being good. I want to be the best I can possibly be.
Right.
And that's what makes her such a compelling figure.
And it's not just about the sport itself.
Right.
She's also managed to balance her athletic career with other commitments.
Uh-huh.
She's employed by Farrat Petroleum as a deputy sports manager,
Wow.
which shows her dedication to contributing beyond the badminton court.
It's impressive how she manages both her professional career and her athletic pursuits.
Right.
It speaks to her time management skills and her desire to make a positive impact in multiple areas.
Yeah.
And of course, her achievements haven't gone unnoticed.
No, they have not.
She's been awarded prestigious national honors, including the Arjuna Award, Padma Shri, and Padma Bhushan.
Wow.
These are some of the highest civilian awards in India.
It's a testament to the pride she's brought to her nation,
Mm-hmm.
but beyond the awards and recognition, she's also become a brand in her own right.
Yeah.
Securing endorsement deals with major companies. That kind of marketability reflects not just her success,
Right.
but also her positive image and the value she represents.
Absolutely. And let's not forget about her personal life.
Okay.
She recently got engaged to Venkata Desai,
Oh, wow.
demonstrating that she values finding a balance between her personal and professional life.
It's inspiring to see that even with such a demanding career, she's prioritized building a fulfilling life outside of badminton.
Mm-hmm.
But now, before we move on to discuss her legacy and impact,
Okay.
let's take a moment to really appreciate what we've covered so far.
Yeah.
From her early days in Hyderabad to becoming a global icon, PV Sindhu's journey is truly extraordinary.
And we're just getting started. Stay tuned to the Great Indian AI podcast channel as we delve deeper into PV Sindhu's story, exploring the impact she's had on Indian sports and the legacy that she continues to build. Welcome back to the Great Indian AI podcast channel. We're in the middle of exploring the remarkable journey of PV Sindhu. And before we move on, I'd like to touch on something we briefly mentioned earlier.
Oh, and what's that?
Her ability to maintain such a positive image while achieving at such a high level, it's truly remarkable.
Yeah.
She's known for her sportsmanship and her commitment to clean and fair play.
She's even an ambassador for the BWF's I Am Badminton campaign, isn't she?
That's right.
That speaks volumes about her character.
It certainly does. It shows that she's not just focused on her own success, but on the integrity and future of the sport itself.
Right.
But let's delve a little deeper into what makes her such a phenomenal player.
Yeah, let's get into the nitty-gritty of her game.
Okay.
One thing that always strikes me is her aggressive style of play. She never gives up on a point, always fighting till the very end.
There's a certain intensity and tenacity to her game that's captivating to watch.
Yeah.
She doesn't just react, she anticipates her opponent's moves and adapts her strategy accordingly.
It's like she's always one step ahead, isn't it?
Yes, absolutely.
I remember watching her match against Carolina Marin in the final of the 2016 Rio Olympics.
Oh, yeah.
The rallies were so intense, so full of power and finesse. It was a masterclass in badminton.
That match was a perfect example of her mental toughness and strategic brilliance. Marin is a formidable opponent, but Sindhu never backed down.
Right.
She fought for every point, and even though she ultimately lost, she won the hearts of millions with her performance.
Speaking of mental toughness,
Yeah.
We can't overlook her incredible comeback after that stress fracture in 2015.
Oh, yeah, that was tough.
It would have been easy to give up, but she came back stronger than ever, qualifying for the Olympics and eventually winning that silver medal.
Right.
I think that period really highlights the importance of resilience and having a strong support system.
You're absolutely right. Physical recovery is one thing, but mental recovery is equally important. And having a team of coaches, physios, and family members who believe in you can make all the difference.
Yeah. Now let's talk about some of her major achievements.
Okay.
We've touched upon them briefly, but I think it's worth taking a closer look at the significance of each one.
Sure.
For instance, her silver medal at the 2016 Rio Olympics wasn't just a personal victory. It was a watershed moment for Indian badminton.
It certainly was. Reaching the Olympic final was a dream come true for millions of Indians. It put badminton firmly on the map in India, inspiring a whole new generation of players.
And then her gold medal at the 2019 World Championships, that was truly historic.
Oh, yeah.
It was the first time an Indian had ever won a gold medal in badminton at that level.
That victory was a game changer.
Yeah.
It shattered glass ceilings and showed the world that Indian badminton was a force to be reckoned with. And it also sent a powerful message to aspiring athletes everywhere, especially young girls, that anything is possible with hard work and determination.
And let's not forget her bronze medal at the 2020 Tokyo Olympics.
Right.
A testament to her consistency and ability to perform under such immense pressure. Winning a medal at 2 consecutive Olympics is a phenomenal feat.
It is.
Especially considering the challenges of the pandemic and the restrictions on training and travel.
Her performance in Tokyo was a testament to her adaptability and resilience.
Right.
She had to adjust her training regimen, cope with the uncertainty surrounding the games, and still managed to deliver a medal-winning performance.
Yeah.
It's truly inspiring.
And then there's her Commonwealth Games journey.
Right.
It wasn't about instant success, but about persistence, learning from each experience, and finally achieving that elusive gold medal in 2022.
It's a great example of how she's grown and evolved as an athlete.
Yeah.
Each time she competed, she took something away from it, refining her game and ultimately reaching the top of the podium.
I think what's really fascinating is that she's not just a talented athlete. She's also incredibly intelligent on the court.
What do you mean?
Well, she's not just hitting the shuttlecock. She's thinking several moves ahead, anticipating her opponent's shots and planning her own attacks.
Right.
There's a real tactical depth to her game.
I see what you mean. There's a famous quote from the legendary chess player Bobby Fischer that applies perfectly to Sindhu's style of play.
Okay.
I don't believe in psychology, I believe in good moves. Sindhu doesn't just rely on physical strength. She outthinks her opponents, and that's a huge part of her success.
And speaking of Sindhu's mindset, I remember reading an interview she gave after winning the World Championships. She said, "I have learned many things, but there's more to learn. Every day is a new start."
Wow.
That really resonated with me.
It's a powerful message, isn't it?
Yeah.
It shows that even for someone at the pinnacle of her sport, the journey of learning and growth never ends. She's not complacent. She's always striving to be better.
It's a reminder that we should never stop learning, no matter how successful we become.
Right.
But before we move on to discuss her legacy and impact on Indian sports, I want to take a moment to highlight another aspect of her career.
Go ahead.
Her impact on women's sports in India. Before Sindhu badminton, like many other sports, was largely dominated by men.
That's true. Women athletes often face societal pressures and a lack of support, but Sindhu's success has changed the game.
Exactly. Her achievements have shattered stereotypes and inspired countless young girls to pursue their sporting dreams.
Yeah.
She's shown them that they can achieve anything they set their minds to, regardless of gender.
Her impact goes way beyond badminton.
Right.
She's become a symbol of empowerment and a role model for women across India. Her success has encouraged greater participation and investment in women's sports, and that's a legacy that will continue to inspire generations to come.
It's truly remarkable. And now as we head into the final part of our deep dive, we'll explore this legacy in more detail.
Okay.
Examining how PV Sindhu has shaped the landscape of Indian sports and what her continued success means for the future of badminton in India and beyond.
That's good.
Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after a short message from our sponsors, only on the Great Indian AI Podcast channel. Welcome back to the Great Indian AI Podcast channel for the final part of our deep dive into the extraordinary career of PV Sindhu.
It's been quite a journey, exploring her rise from a young girl inspired by a champion to becoming a global icon in her own right.
It really has. As we wrap up this episode, I want to focus on the broader impact of her success.
Yeah.
Particularly how it has transformed the landscape of sports in India.
That's a great point. Before Sindhu, badminton was often overshadowed by cricket, which dominates the sporting scene in India.
Right.
But her consistent victories, especially on the Olympic and World Championship stage, have really brought badminton into the spotlight.
It's like she shifted the paradigm, making badminton a sport that's celebrated and followed with a passion that rivals even cricket.
And that shift in perception has had a ripple effect.
Right.
You know, we're seeing increased investment in badminton with more resources being allocated to training facilities, coaching programs, and talent development initiatives.
Yeah.
Young athletes now have role models like Sindhu to look up to, and they're aspiring to reach that same level of excellence.
It's inspiring to see so many young girls picking up badminton rackets.
Yeah.
Dreaming of emulating their hero. Sindhu has shown them that it's possible to break barriers and achieve greatness, regardless of gender.
Absolutely. She's become a symbol of empowerment, not just for aspiring athletes, but for women across India.
Right.
Her success has challenged traditional notions of what women can achieve, and it's paved the way for a new generation of female athletes in various sports.
It's not just about participation either.
No.
Her brand endorsements and commercial success have demonstrated that badminton can be a financially viable career path for aspiring athletes.
Right.
This financial stability allows them to focus on their training and pursue their dreams without worrying about economic constraints.
That's a crucial point. For many athletes, especially those from underprivileged backgrounds, financial constraints can be a major obstacle. Sindhu's success has shown that with hard work, dedication, and the right support system, it's possible to overcome these challenges and achieve both sporting and financial success.
And beyond those tangible impacts, there's also the intangible.
Right.
The sense of national pride that she's instilled in millions of Indians. Her victories have united people from all walks of life, transcending social, cultural, and religious barriers.
It's that unifying power of sports that makes her story so compelling.
Yeah.
She's become more than just an athlete. She's a national icon, a symbol of hope and an inspiration to millions. And that's a legacy that will continue to impact India for generations to come.
And as we conclude this deep dive, I want to leave our listeners with a question. What aspect of PV Sindhu's journey resonated most with you? What lessons can we all learn from her story, both on and off the court? We encourage you to share your thoughts in the comments section below.
And if you enjoyed this deep dive into the extraordinary career of PV Sindhu, be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe to the Great Indian AI podcast channel for more insightful episodes. We're committed to bringing you in-depth analysis and engaging conversations on a wide range of topics. Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep striving for excellence.